Welcome to the Master Code. Everything is coded. Everything. All energy is coded. But the moment consciousness is present, energy begins its coding process. Coding means that the energy, in response to the consciousness, not to thought, but to consciousness, is now setting itself into patterns. The energy suddenly gets activated, it's suddenly available, and it creates the illusion of reality. And please, doesn't mean it's false. It's not false at all. But you'll realize it's quite an illusion, and the reality that you felt was so uh, firm and solid and immovable is actually very malleable, very flexible. Once you understand the whole relationship between consciousness and energy and coding. We're going to specifically talk about the Atlantean code that brought you here. It was the first conscious code ever known to humanity, where a group did it very consciously with an understanding of what they were doing. We're going to be going back and experiencing that, and you'll be re experiencing some of your Atlantean selves as we do. We're also going to be talking about the Master Code itself. The Master Code is really the passion and the purpose why you're here on the planet. Why it's not worth it stressing about your realization. It has to be there. We're also going to be coding the Ascension Code. This is your gift, one of your gifts, but a very important gift for humanity well after you're gone. Let's go back to Alt. We talk about it a lot in Crimson Circle because it is an important part of your journey, a very important part. And there's a lot of coding tied up in it, and there's a lot of emotions that are part of it, a lot of history. Those who had been part of the headbands, working with the crystals, who had no ill intent whatsoever, felt for the first time this thing called shame. A deep shame for disturbing this balance of beauty that was in all the lands of Atlantis, and you were watching it literally fall apart. This is the real Bandhu Shambhala. We knew it was time to light fires, huge fires that were attended to for a period of almost 2 years, tended to by at least 100 beings, Atlanteans at a time. We were coding. We were creating the way, the path into now. And that path was coded for each and every one of us to follow, to go through lifetime after lifetime, lifetimes that would take us underground when the surface of the earth was burning, lifetimes that would take us from beneath the surface of the earth back onto earth itself, into lifetimes with Yeshua, into lifetimes where there was the evolution, the birthing of religions, of culture, of music, of art, lifetimes that would take us through wars, lifetimes that would take us through mystery schools, and lifetimes that would eventually bring us to what you now know as the time of machines. It's the Atlantean code. And it's always been part of you. That's what's brought us back time after time, and what eventually brought me back to working with each and every one of you. That is the effectiveness of a code. Consciousness, addressing, touching energy. Now we're back here. Exactly where we intended to be. We didn't know the year. We didn't have a title for it. We just knew it was the time to bring divine and human together on this planet in preparation of the new human species, where headbands weren't used. The new human species that would evolve and eventually share the wisdom, share the experience, and share the beauty of life to all the places we now call new earths. It's obvious why you're here. It's obvious.